damn. I hope I could actually hold with good form, but that's a lot stronger than before. Before it did not feel like that. I'm gonna have to review the footage, of course, but that felt a lot stronger. And this is what? 9th session. I like how this looks. Looks promising. Looks promising. Let's see what happens. Nice. How beautiful. Second set of this. I think this is working fairly fantastic. Let's go. Fearless, huh? Come on. Yeah, this is fantastic. I can actually do it. I'm pretty proud and surprised. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this every single time. 3-4 sets of this in the very beginning. Probably the most effective way. I think this will be the last set. Yeah, I could feel it. I could feel it. But it's alright. This is still pretty damn good. It wasn't the best form, I know, but it's getting there. From starting from absolute zero and I couldn't even float to this in 9 sessions. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Now, of course, the next step will be to perfect the form, and then we'll eventually change the resistance band to lighter and lighter, and then boom! All of a sudden, we don't need a resistance band anymore. That will be fantastic. Now the next thing we're gonna do is maybe 1 set of tuck bench, and then we're heading into the exercises again. Like normal, standard procedure, parliamentary procedure is what Eubank would call this. Yeah, let's go. I don't know, I don't feel strong with the tuck bench. I mean, no shit, I just thought of it. But I feel stronger in the full planche with the resistance than in this. I don't know. It's too much. Okay, let's go do some of this. Okay, that I do feel strong. Let's skip. Ooh. Okay, that's fair enough. Now, next we will do, yes, the next thing we will do is the tuck planche exercise. Not the planche exercise, the normal shit. The exercise over there. Here we go. Let's fix this, and let's get to it. That's good. Some good shit. Now, I was gonna say something about the notorious potato peak. Forgot. The notorious potato peak. Yeah. Because I'm doing the Notorious Potato Week, I'm gonna have to be careful, a little bit careful with the exercises I do, because there's probably a higher chance of getting injured. And I'm also feeling a little weirdness in this bicep, which is interesting. I'm paying attention to that, I'm just being careful. And might have to skip a training, just for recovery purposes, and yeah, to not get injured. Because you don't want to get injured in the middle of this, because then you have to restart everything. Nobody wants to restart the progress and start from zero again. That's not fun. But for now, it's alright. It's alright. It's completely is maybe the wrong word, but it's semi-good. Yeah. Now, because I don't feel the strongest right now, I'm not gonna add weight. I'm gonna just keep it the same and just rep the bar. That's how you're gonna do it. It's very important, and it's gonna help me a lot to not get injured. And that's key. We're gonna see how many sets of this we're gonna do. 5 is always the target, but depending on how I feel, might be 4, might even be 3. 3, I don't know, I think I will at least do 4. But depends on how you feel, that's the key. Because these type of exercises and goals, it's very different to normal training, you know? I'm not training to get muscle. This is just strength, raw strength. I'm trying to improve my strength. And if I feel weak, then there is no purpose. If I can't do it with perfect form, there is no purpose to keep doing it. That's just wasting, not energy, but unnecessary fatigue, you know? Can I? I hope so. Okay, that's good. Okay. Let's have a little talk with you guys, right? You have to, in order to achieve big things, you have to have big goals, you know? You have to always compare yourself to the very best. If you never do that, you will never get far. The only way to get far is by comparing yourself to the very, very best. Everything I do, I always compare myself to the best. You know, some people, recently actually, they said, do you take steroids? Do you take steroids? No, I don't take steroids. Of course not. But the fact that they think that, I honestly don't believe that I'm that big. I'm not that big. I might be a little lean and have a little bit of muscle, but steroids, it's crazy. I would have like double the muscle if I took steroids. But let's go back to the point. You have to compare yourself to the very best. Because the thing is, let's use me as an example. Bite my tongue. That's always nice. Me as an example. My leanness, I want to get even leaner. This is not good enough for me. This is not impressive for me. Me, I always compare myself to the very, very best. What I've seen is people with striations, not only in their tricep, but in their ass. Do you understand? That's insane. To see that, like, you know what level there is in the world when you see that. When you get to that level, it's insane. And that's, I want to at least have striations in my triceps. I think that's a decent goal. After that, I feel comfortable, not comfortable, I feel satisfied with the leanness I will have. But that's another thing, you can't be satisfied, unfortunately. Completely satisfied. There is a slight difference. Being satisfied is like, okay, this is good, but I could do more, but it's alright for the moment, it's alright. Completely satisfied, that's when you're like, yeah, I'm good. Don't even need to think about it. That's dangerous. That's when you lose everything. Everything you could have built or had, you lose it instantly. Boom, with time. If I get satisfied now, I think, oh yeah, this is good. Guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna probably eat a bit more. I'm gonna think, yeah, it's calm. And then I'm gonna gain fat and boom, I'm a fat fuck again. Nobody wants to be in that position. No one wants to be in that position. And when I run, when I do crazy things, like I run a 50K. You think I compare myself to like a normal person that can barely run a 10K? No, I compare myself to David Goggins. Bro ran 300K in one go, no stopping. What the heck is that? With broken feet, everything broken, and he kept going. That's who you gotta compare yourself to. You have to compare yourself to the very, very best. If you don't, you're not gonna get far. My achievement was nothing special, and I truly believe it, you know? Because it is nothing special. It's barely an ultramarathon. It's just enough to be an ultramarathon. It's not special. It really isn't. Sure, sometimes I run in the cold. Okay, it's minus degrees, I'm shirtless, boom. But guess what? David Goggins does that too. It's nothing special. 4 in the morning, David Goggins does that too. Everything he does too, you know? But the thing is, the key is to always compare yourself to the very best. That's when you will become the very best. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I try to dabble in as many aspects as possible. And some of them I want to master, and some I want to get to a high level, you know? Calisthenics is very, very good thing. I want to master it to a pretty big extent. After the planche, we're gonna do front lever and everything else that's coming on the way. We're gonna hit that shit. We're gonna break that. Might even go for a world record, you know? You have to have that mindset. If you don't have that mindset, you're not gonna get far. You have to want a world record. You have to want to do crazy things. The second you stop with that mindset and you don't have that anymore, you will lose everything. That was my waffling session. Okay, that's decent, that's decent. It's still within the acceptable range. Shoulder feels a little bit, but it's the thing, it's already been injured and it's recovering. That's why I still feel a little bit. It's not even pain, it's just you feel it, you know? After you get an injury, you have some feelings after. But this was nice. I'm gonna do, what, 2 more sets of this? And we're heading into the push thingies. Then we're getting close to the end of the workout. I feel stronger than ever before within this planche training. Front lever will be the next challenge to achieve, next goal to achieve. Now, I don't know how long that will take. I'm guessing it will go faster, because after this you will have some core strength. You will have a lot of core strength that will be very necessary for it. Yeah. Okay. We'll get one more. The thing is, I can't stress this enough. You have to have big goals. You have to want big things. If you don't, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. And I don't want you to lose. If you're watching me, I don't want you to lose. You have to win. You have to win. You are a champion. People that search for this, they don't want to be normal. You don't want to be a normal person. You want to be special. You want to be a champion. You want to do planche. How many people can do that? Not a lot. Very few, right? Exactly. And you want to be one of them. So do I. Everyone is fighting for the same thing. You're competing against me. I'm competing against you. We're competing at the very, very best. This is the way it is. You have to think like a champion. You know, people say, you have to enjoy life, you have to relax, do this, do that. But they don't understand this is enjoying life. They don't see what I see, they don't feel what I feel. Waking up this early, do you know how good it feels? Sure, in the very beginning, okay, it's hard, it's like, yeah, it's not nice, it's cold, whatever. But once you're out, once you train, once you see the morning, you feel different. There is no other feeling that can mimic this. This is the peak feeling. There is no other feeling. You feel so good. You see the morning, you see everything, you see the nature, there is peace. And no one is here. Not one person is here, it's only me. And of course I chose this time on purpose. I like to train alone, of course. But remember that, remember. There are like 2,000 people that have access to this gym today. Maybe even more. And still, they are not here. I'm the only one that's here. If you're watching me, you want to be one of one. You don't want to be like other people. You want to be the one. You want to be special. That's you. That's me. That's what we do. Let's go. It's what we do, man. This is what we do. We are the champions. Nobody comes first. We have to come to goals. We have to come to first. Okay, nice, I can't talk. And there we go, finishing off the training with some leans, planche leans, and yeah, scalpel up, protections, thingies, whatever they're called. Let's go. And don't worry, you're gonna have a dance break too. I know that's probably the focal point of the workout. Fair enough, you're feeling the shoulders. Is this good enough for some? It's alright, you know. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let's go to the next one. You know, now I start to feel slightly tired, you know, because you don't get to sleep a lot when you have to come here at 6. It opens at 6. I only slept like 4 hours, something like that. But it's alright, it doesn't matter. We're here to win, no matter the time, no matter the sleep, no matter anything. We are the champions, you and me, is what we do. And there is no amount of times that is enough to tell yourself that, you know? You can tell yourself that every single day, and you have to do it. If you want to truly become a champion, you have to tell yourself that every single day. That's what you do. Let's go. Okay, let's go max. Let's see how far I can go. Alright. That's decent, that's decent. That's the end of this workout. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in a bit.